Coming up on this edition of Access Virginia Beach, City Council needs your comments on the proposed $200 million arena project. And Virginia Beach is leading the way in ending veteran homelessness. Plus, a special ceremony is held honoring past Virginia Beach fallen police officers. And we'll bring you a report. That and more are coming up as we access Virginia Beach. Hello and welcome to VBTV's Access Virginia Beach, a program that informs you of news and events from around our city and schools. I'm Peter Van Heest, and thanks for joining us. Plans for an arena at the oceanfront are moving forward. After much negotiation, the City of Virginia Beach and United States Management, LLC, have finally come to terms regarding the development, financial construction, and operation of a proposed entertainment and sports arena.
The arena is going to be an iconic symbol of Virginia Beach. It's going to be a 18,000 seat capacity arena, approximately 500,000 square feet, that will be built, obviously, at this point people know, but across the street from the convention center. It should attract really all the top artists that play in state-of-the-art arenas across the country.
The proposed arena would be the biggest of its kind in Hampton Roads. Representatives have been working on the agreement for more than a year. The deal was announced to City Council on November the 10th. It's a unique arrangement.
It is a privately financed, privately constructed, privately operated arena. And so one of the things we want to express to folks is this is not a public venue. This is very much a private building. There's a unique relationship that we have in terms of providing infrastructure and some of the revenues into the project that we'll explain in detail. But in its simplest form, this is a private arena in Virginia Beach.
Per the draft agreement, the city would lease the land for the building and kick in $76.5 million for infrastructure, including street improvements, parking, and utilities around the arena.
We want folks to really have a chance to understand what this deal does, what it doesn't do.
Citizens got a chance to hear about these details and more during a community briefing held at the convention center.
I'm not against the arena, I'm against the location they're going to put it in. They could take and move it maybe 100 feet west, and it may not interfere with our Tidewater Veterans Memorial Park.
I'm for, and the reason I'm for, because I think this is a good project for the city. It's not only good for few people, but it's good for everybody. It will improve the ADR for the hotel business, it will bring the taxes to the city, and basically it's going to be a win-win situation for the developer plus the city.
The briefing also gave the public a chance to voice their concerns and share their thoughts. A public hearing is scheduled for 6 p.m. on December the 1st at City Hall. Citizens can also share their thoughts on virtual town hall at the city's website, vbgov.com. All comments will be forwarded to the City Council. Details of the draft agreement can be found online at vbgov.com/arena. A final vote on the arena is scheduled for Tuesday, December the 8th. During the Tidewater Veterans Day ceremony, Mayor Sessoms announced some pretty big news. Nearly 300 homeless veterans in Southampton Roads are either housed or on their way to housing thanks to a regional effort to end veteran homelessness. Here's one success story.
No city wants to see anyone homeless. No city especially wants to see any veteran homeless, knowing what the veterans have done for us over the years to make sure we have such a great life. For years, we have been working hard to find the homeless veterans. I'm happy to say we've teamed up with neighboring cities to make sure that every veteran that is homeless will be housed by November 11th.
I am a veteran from the United States Navy. I was honorably discharged 5 days after September 11th. About a little over 3.5 years is what I had served. Being homeless, I found shelter in vehicles, sleeping bag, wherever I could go, wherever I could hide behind a trash can, on the beach. There's hotels, couches. I allowed myself to get help, in other words. I had enough. Enough was enough. I went to PATH and was I'm ready. Look, I'm ready. I need help. This is my home. This is my home. I don't have my children here with me, but this is a foundation for me for a new beginning. And I am grateful, and if I can help other people, letting them know that there is help out there and it's okay to accept help.
In Virginia Beach alone, 157 homeless veterans now have or will soon have a place to call home. Virginia Beach Schools is taking a close look at grading practices in middle and high schools. Specifically, administrators are considering potential changes to guidelines for homework, late works, and the use of zeros. And recently, the community had the opportunity to learn more and weigh in. Parents, community members, teachers, and administrators gathered at Princess Anne Middle School for a fair and equitable practices community forum. Those in attendance heard from Thomas Gusky, a professor of educational psychology at the University of Kentucky. His work on evaluation, assessment, and grading have been featured in several books and publications. Attendees were invited to offer their opinions on the practices, and the event was part of the work by the division's Fair and Equitable Grading Practices Committee. Made up of teachers, administrators, parents, students, and community members from across the city, the committee is working to update grading policies for secondary level schools. The committee will present its findings to the school board this spring with changes to the grading guidelines made in time for the 2016-2017 school year. It's been 10 months in the making, but last week Virginia Beach Police rolled out its specially named vehicles.
Officer Rodney S. Pacheski, end of watch, June 23rd, 2003, on boat 111.
Members of the police department, loved ones of the fallen, and city officials gathered at the Virginia Aquarium for the dedication ceremony honoring past fallen officers.
Today we gathered to name our police, marine, air, and mobile command vehicles in honor of some very special heroes in a way that will forever pay tribute to all the police officers who, through their courageous deeds, made the ultimate sacrifice in service to their community.
The department's marine, air, and mobile command vehicles were named after officers who died in the line of duty.
Today we're honoring department members who gave the ultimate sacrifice.
10 officers who died while serving this city had their names emblazoned on 7 boats, 2 helicopters, and the department's mobile command unit.
Well, we think this is an absolutely super day because, number one, we want to always honor the officers that have sacrificed and given their lives in the line of duty. In this way, we've been able to place their names on 7 police boats, our 2 helicopters, and our command truck, so that we can memorialize them and citizens can see these names.
About 10 months ago, I introduced a resolution to City Council.
Former police officer, now Councilman Jim Wood, believes this is a great way to remember and honor the fallen.
It's extremely important that we honor these officers, and there's no better way than by actually engaging the public. And so by placing their names on these vessels, the public actually gets to see the names of the officers, they get to engage the present officers about it, and they learn a little bit about the history of the department and about the men who've sacrificed their lives for us.
Denisha Smith is the granddaughter of Hezekiah Little, Jr. She and her daughter were honored to be part of the celebration.
It's an absolute honor to have my grandfather recognized, with having him passed away in the 50s, for someone to think so much of him and to honor him with naming a boat in his honor so that he'll never be forgotten, and that show the appreciation that this city had for him.
Names were carefully chosen for each vehicle. For example, 2 helicopters were named after 2 pilots who died in a helicopter crash, and 2 boats are named after 2 divers that were killed during a police training accident. Hundreds of beach citizens looking to better their financial situation showed up for the city's annual Financial Planning Day seminar held at the Convention Center.
If your identity has been compromised, the special status can be placed on your credit report.
And those folks did not miss the opportunity for a free private consultation with an expert on a wide variety of personal finance issues.
It was a very enjoyable process, well worth it. It was a win-win. A wealth of information was provided.
And establishing positive results with financial situations was the goal of the forum.
I had tried another financial program prior to finding out about the city's program, and what enticed me more about this particular program was the accountability that was provided through a coach, receiving one-on-one assistance as you went through the program, which was unique.
Many of the attendees were graduates of Bank on Virginia Beach. Mayor Sessoms was on hand to offer congratulations.
The reason why I decided to join Bank on Virginia Beach is because as a single parent of two, I was just struggling financially, just having many challenges, just dealing with, paying my bills and just managing my money.
And after graduating from Bank On, Kiana noticed some pretty big changes in her financial stability.
Well, one thing I noticed that my credit really soared. Originally it was really low. It was in the 500s, and right now it's in the middle 600s. So I really seen a great increase through this program, and it really works.
Topics discussed included debt management, retirement planning, investment strategies, income taxes, insurance and estate planning, and many more.
First of all, we'd gone to the credit people, and they helped us to understand we were doing pretty good. So we came over and we were talking to him about insurances, and we were talking about planning ahead for the future, about retirement.
Financial challenges often arise when you least expect them to. Bank On classes are designed to help you deal with the crisis at hand.
I had some challenges that came up that I'd never had before, and I was quite close to retirement. I had to purchase a home and spend some retirement savings and other savings to do it. And I found myself in a situation I hadn't been in before, where I was really paycheck to paycheck. Somebody told me that she came to Bank On, and it had totally changed that for her, so that's why I joined.
And as you may have seen, the Bank On Virginia Beach program really works. Hundreds have graduated and gone on to prosper from lessons learned. Here's the story of Ina Thomas, a mature adult, after she successfully completed the class and then became an instructor.
Well, I was really over my head in debt. I had no direction in terms of my spending. In fact, it was at the time when I came into Bank On that I actually got my spending under control, because before that, I didn't know what I was spending or how much I was spending actually. My major goal was to get rid of at least 3 debts within a year.
I guess your priorities in your budget are, first, of course, you need a roof over your head.
Yes. The first plan is to develop a budget. That's the first thing. The second plan was to get a hold of my spending. And so every week, every Saturday, at the end of Saturday, I would do my spending chart. And then at that point, I was able to really complete my goal.
Should I do it every day or just a spending track like every week?
Well, I've achieved a savings account, which that was another goal, to have deductibles, medical deductibles, insurance deductibles. That's very important, so I have achieved that. I would recommend Bank On to anyone that want to get more control over their finances.
So if you like what you've seen, visit vbgov.com/bankon for more details or call the number listed below. And coming up next on this edition of Access Virginia Beach, the Minority Business Council celebrates its 20th anniversary. Plus, it's your last chance to visit the Jurassic World right here in Virginia Beach. And cups are flying and records are being broken at a local elementary school. We'll stack up the results when Access Virginia Beach returns.
Virginia Beach Schools Parent Connection is your one-stop resource for information and events which support families and promote student success. Did you know that more teens were killed by heroin overdose in 2014 than in motor vehicle accidents? Most parents are shocked to find out that the painkillers teen athletes are prescribed for injuries have similar properties to heroin. Plan to attend a free Parent Connection workshop, Dead Serious, the street drug that's in your medicine cabinet, being held at the Virginia Beach Convention Center Wednesday, December 3rd, from 7 to 8:30. Hear from parents who've lost children to drugs and learn from professionals about the warning signs and risk factors you should look for in your own children. Parents and high school students are invited to come early to visit community resource tables between 6 and 7 to learn of local resources available to families. Seating is limited to the first 500 registrants. Please call the Office of Community Engagement at 263-1936 for more information and to register. To learn more about these activities or to see a complete calendar of events, visit the Parent Connection page of vbschools.com.
Welcome back to Access Virginia Beach. I'm Peter Van Heest. The Minority Business Council has been helping small minority-owned businesses find work and promote their services for years. Recently, they celebrated a major milestone. Business owners packed the Westin Hotel for the annual Minority Business Council Expo and Conference. This year's conference included a special recognition for 2 decades of service.
It's very exciting. This is our 20th anniversary, and today we're actually honoring our past chairs for the past 20 years. So they're here. We're going to give them awards and celebrate them.
Former City Councilwoman Louisa Strayhorn was one of those award recipients. She played a major role in forming the MBC.
It was my honor when I came on City Council long time ago to actually bring it before the council to create the Minority Business Council. And that was at the behest of many members in the community, including the NAACP, which was an agency who had asked for several years for there to be some kind of council to help minorities get more work and more business with the city.
The 20th anniversary conference also included educational sessions, an expo with more than 40 exhibitors, and remarks from educator and author Dennis Kimbrough.
I was basically sharing information in countless interviews that I had with entrepreneurs and wealth creators. Number 1, dream big dreams. Number 2, believe in yourself when no one else will. And number 3, go serve somebody. People will make you rich, people will make you poor, depending on your level of service.
Creating opportunity, fostering innovation was the year's theme. Attendees had a chance to network and learn how to grow their businesses.
The vendors that are out here are some of the different city agencies that need procurement. They want SWAM vendors that they can go to get some of those needs met.
The MBC meets monthly at the Virginia Beach Economic Development Department. The meetings are free and open to the public. Just log on to vbgov.com/MBC for more information. In case you have missed out on the fun, Access Virginia Beach would like to remind everyone that it's not too late to travel back in time to the Virginia Aquarium and visit some guests from the Jurassic world. The Virginia Aquarium and Marine Science Center gives you the chance to get up close with these incredible creatures.
Well, we have a great dinosaur exhibit for the summer here in our Changing Exhibits Gallery. It'll be here through the end of the year, through December. And it's animatronic or robotic dinosaurs, and people may have seen these exhibits before, but they're always very exciting, particularly if the age group that is really into dinosaurs.
Featured in the exhibit are 8 dinosaur species that conquered the Earth by land, air, and sea during the Jurassic and Cretaceous periods. Guests marveled at the wonder of the beasts. Logan liked the T-Rex.
Because his teeth look like bananas.
The dinosaurs are surrounded by scenes of their natural environment, but even more impressive is the realistic animatronic movements and sounds they emit. with the new Jurassic film in the theaters, the Aquarium figured the exhibit would be a hit.
When we knew that movie was coming out and we were choosing exhibits, we thought that this would be a great choice because dinosaurs would be something that would be on people's minds because of all the ads, independent of our own, about the Jurassic Park movies coming out.
And though the exhibit is exciting and adventurous for most guests, some prefer to visit the Dino Den, a scaled-back toddler version of the main exhibit.
Little kids, sometimes the movement and the noise of the animatronic dinosaurs might be a little frightening for them because you go in there, you'll see some of them do look pretty real and alive. So what we have in the back area in our conservation station is part of that space we've converted to what we're calling the Dino Den.
You know, teenagers love it, and adults, well, even they find out it's difficult to leave the exhibit.
I think as people get older, some people seem to have lost their fascination with them, but once they start to learn a little bit about dinosaurs and really maybe some of the more scientific information about fossil finds and how scientists have pieced together what we do know, that can be very interesting for adults as well.
Other components of the dinosaurs exhibit includes a remote-controlled T-Rex, a dig station, interactive fossil rubbing, and a create-your-own dinosaur. Yep, dinosaurs have indeed returned from extinction, and they're on the prowl at the aquarium until January 3rd of 2016. Additionally, if you would like to see T-Rex and his reptile friends in another dimension, you can view the movie Walking with Dinosaurs 3D in the aquarium's National Geographic 3D Theater. So don't miss out on your opportunity to roam with the dinosaurs at the Virginia Aquarium. The exhibit will remain on display until January the 6th of 2016. Virginia Beach Schools Academy and Advanced Academic Programs represent an exciting expansion of curricular options for all students across the city. Recognizing that no educational program should adopt a one-size-fits-all philosophy, the division developed these programs to provide additional academic choices for our students. Today, we preview Bayside High School's Health Sciences Academy and Princess Anne's International Baccalaureate program. Current VBCPS students can submit an online application using their student logon credentials. Students not currently enrolled can mail their applications directly to each program. All applications must be submitted or postmarked no later than January 11th, 2016. Ellis Island opened up in 1892. Over 12 million immigrants passed through the doors hoping to find work and a better life in America. Ellis Island is an important history lesson for many students and one made extra special for the kids in this next story.
Quickly, straight line, straight line.
The halls at Landstown Middle School were transformed into an immigrant inspection station as 7th grade students participated in a unique Ellis Island simulation lesson.
And they went through 4 different stations. They went through a baggage station where they got to see authentic accessories from people actually coming over through Ellis Island. A medical exam, they were inspected by a doctor to see if they had trachoma or some of the diseases and were sent back. The legal inspection where they had to ask a couple questions, and last they went through the kissing post, the stairs of separation off Ellis Island.
Students moved from station to station, collecting information, taking notes, and problem solving.
Would you remove your hat, sir, for me? You're good. Over here.
The active hands-on learning stations engage students and deepen their understanding of Ellis Island.
The immigrants came over looking for like a better life, but at first they weren't treated as well as they could have been. Because like when we're walking down the halls, people are hitting bells and saying, keep straight, stop talking, stop smiling.
It's obviously a very authentic outfit. It came over through Ellis Island along with this.
The entire 7th grade class got to participate, about 500 students in all. And while the lesson was fun, it's one they won't soon forget.
It's more interesting because you don't have to like stand and just read a book. You go around through stations and learn about it.
Last stop at Ellis Island, let's go!
The lesson ended back in the auditorium where students learned whether they gained entry into America. Ellis Island was the nation's busiest immigrant station from 1892 until 1954. November the 12th was National Stack Up Day, and students from Windsor Woods Elementary School had their minds on setting a world record. The entire school had the opportunity to take part in some stacking fun while also getting some exercise.
Today we are participating in the World Cup Stacking event, and our students are trying to help set a new world record.
The class of 3rd graders were doing their best to get that world record. Each took part in cup stacking activities throughout the day during their scheduled physical education times.
My favorite was the one where we just went around and stacked and unstacked cups. When we did a relay at field day. I think today is my favorite event.
Ready? Start the clock, go!
Staying physically fit and setting a world record, that's quite a day.
We have to incorporate fitness into our curriculum within PE, and the running and the relays works into our fitness within our SOLs. We also use the cup stacking as a hand-eye coordination activity.
Students had to share, follow directions, and work with their fellow classmates. And you thought setting a world record was easy?
No, it's just the act of stacking the cups that they are setting a world. It's how many people are involved in the event that would set the world record. So how many people in one day were cup stacking?
The World Sports Stacking Organization is also promoting the groups to bring awareness to something important. Since Windsor Woods is already doing a canned food drive during that time period, they asked students to bring in at least 1 can of food for a donation.
The kids were excited to bring in a canned good for the event, and with the cup stacking event, they got to put their name up on the wall.
So, did Windsor Woods help set a world record? Indeed, they did. 2014 national totals topped out at 592,000 plus. 350 students participated from Windsor Woods, and totals, while still counting, are close to 600,000 cups stacked. Congratulations to all in Wildcat Country. And with that, we've come to the end of our show. But if you've missed something or would like to see it again, you can view this program online. Just log on to vbgov.com/media. Then under the All Categories button, find and click on Access Virginia Beach. And for everyone here at VBTV, I'm Peter Van Heest, and thanks for watching.